Hey guys, what's up? It's me, John Butter, back with a second video this week. What? So another Valentine's Day has come and gone. I'm sure you went out with your significant other. You gave them gifts. You spent time together. Great job. Now you don't have to worry about Valentine's Day until next year, right? Wrong! You dumb idiot! You imbecile! I'm sorry, that was too mean. I'm just trying to say, you can never be too early to start planning ahead, which is why I'm giving you this suggestion for free. So here's my suggestion. Cook for them. And what should you cook? How about this spicy tuna tartare on avocado toast, courtesy of Bon Appetit? So I found this video on Tumblr a while ago, and while it looks like a normal recipe video, much like an iceberg or Gwyneth Paltrow, it gets more troubling underneath the surface. By the way, did you hear that Gwyneth Paltrow skied into somebody and then just ran off? Just a ski hit and run? I thought that was pretty funny. She's getting sued. Let's start the video! So right off the bat, we have some product placement for Samsung. All these people on VR are cybersexing, I just know it. Anyway, Chef Marc is showing us this Samsung fridge. The fridge of the future. Fridge of the future. Keeping food as chilly just as best as it can. Once again, points to you if you know that reference.
So one of the coolest things about the Family Hub is it actually has a flex zone that you can set to any temperature you want.
A flex zone? That's what I call the gym, baby. Never said I went.
Today for the tuna tartare, I've set it to the perfect temperature for my fish. We've all had tuna tartare before.
We've all had tuna tartare before. I mean, it's just one of those universal foods that everybody's eaten. You know, there's salad, rice, tuna tartare. Can you just throw up the Kimmy Schmidt screenshot up on the screen for a little bit, editor? The editor's me in about an hour.
So whenever you're putting any kind of meat through a grinder, you always want everything to be as cold as possible. So I've already got a bowl waiting for me in the freezer. And not just the protein, but you also want to have the grinder as cold as possible too.
And not only that, you're going to want your plates and silverware to be as cold as possible, so you're going to pop those in the freezer too. And when your guests arrive, you're going to take their wallets, put them in the freezer, as cold as possible.
So now we're going to set a timer for 10 minutes so that the tuna doesn't get so cold. We just want it chilled, not frozen.
Gotcha. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. This is a fake phone. Okay, while we're waiting for everything to get a little bit chilly, Marc's gonna show us how to make the sriracha. Nothing out of the ordinary here. In fact, it looks kinda good. And while Marc's making his sriracha, I'm just gonna take a swig from this big old jug of sweet iced tea.
And then at this point, we're going to transfer it to a glass jar. You're just going to wait about a week to 10 days, depending on the temperature.
What the fuck, Marc? I thought we were supposed to make this while the meat was chilling, so within 10 minutes. And now you're telling us it takes a week for this to finish? Do you understand how time works? You can't just prepare something within a 10-minute span that takes a week to make. Can you imagine someone following this recipe when they have like a dinner party that night and they've blended all the ingredients and then they get to the week to 10 days part? I mean, of course, they'd probably just be like, fuck it, store-bought is fine.
Alright, and now let's do the avocado.
Okay guys, while we're waiting for the sriracha to settle, let's start on the avocados. And by that I mean, let's start planting our avocado tree. Now this can take about 10 to 15 years.
Now you want to have a nice soft texture, but also firm at the same time. Kind of like a relationship, I guess.
What does that mean, Marc? Remind me to never get relationship advice from Chef Marc.
Marriage is a lot like an orange. First, you have the skin, then the sweet, sweet innards.
I'm kidding, I'm single.
The reason I like to use the grinder is I actually wait for my guests to show up and I'll grind it in front of them. Everybody's had tuna tartare, but I don't think too many people have seen the tuna actually go through a meat grinder right in front of them.
Marc's got a point. Whenever I entertain my guests, I always have them watch me grind my meat. It's the best form of entertainment. Music? Nah. Putting TV on in the background? Hell nah. Conversation? Get that shit out of here. I call everybody into the kitchen and I say, hey, watch this. And I just start grinding my meat. And then they watch and they politely golf clap and they go, wow, that's good meat grinding.
Just spread it on nice. And then this is the fun part.
The fun part? I thought the fun part was making the guests watch me grind my meat. No, wait. The real fun part is bending space and time so I can make week-long sriracha within a 10-minute time span.
Garnish with a little lime, and this is probably the cutest little bottle of sriracha you're ever going to see in your life.
You don't know my life, Mark. You don't know the tiny bottles of sriracha that I've seen. Although you are right, that bottle is pretty tiny and cute.
Everybody's had tuna tartare.
Okay, well that's all the commentary I have for this vid. Obviously it's not the worst thing in the world. I just wanted to goof on it a little bit. I mean, you know, harm Chef Mark. Hey, let's collab. Me, you, Fridge of the Future. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Oh, Chef Mark? A lawsuit? I'm ruined! Anyway, if you have any suggestions for vids I can goof on in the future, you can leave them in the comments below. You can smash that like and subscribe, and you can also fly. I have now given you the power of flight. Okay, now get out of my house.